Or okay. Yes. Now today our topics are how to handle keystrokes, mouse overs. Keystrokes, mouse overs in Selenium. Okay. Nowadays, when you observe the applications, especially, excuse me, most of the time we have to keep on working with mouse overs. Mouse overs, look at that. Moving your mouse to respect element and it will be highlighting us, right? Most of the online applications. There's nothing to do with the keyboard over here. So if you want to handle mouse overs in Selenium or keystrokes, so here we are going to take help of one more class. That class is called actions. What that class? Actions. In WebDriver, handling keyboard events and mouse events, including such as drag and drop or clicking multiple elements with control keys with the keyboard, right? Control keys means keyboard. And then using advanced user interactions API, application programming interface. This API contains actions and action classes which are needed when performing these events. So in order to perform actions or any keystrokes on any element in any web page, what you should do is we need to configure object for a class. That all of you know that. Why we create object for a class, you should get a clarity, all of you. Why I'm creating every time an object means all of you know that. We are creating object for a class in order to access methods for that respect to class. So to access any action class methods, you need to create object action A, B, X, Y, Z, anything object you require, you can create object. And we have to define your WebDriver object. And this actions class will have one package. We have to import this package. Any class I told you, any class we create in Selenium or Java, compulsory we have to import respect to package. What the reason of importing that package? If you import that package, then only we are eligible to access methods. Okay. And what are the methods? First, let me explain you mouse related methods, and then I'll go for keystrokes, and then we'll work practically. Suppose I want to take my mouse to any of these elements in this web page. I want to take my mouse to any of these elements in this web page. If you want to move your mouse to any element in a web page, then we have to take help of a method called move to element method. Look at that, move to element. Move to element is nothing but to move your mouse to respect to element in a web page. Where you move your mouse, that particular element, it keeps on moving. And very important thing all of you should remember from today. Whenever you want to execute your actions, whatever actions you want to execute, compulsory, we have to use a method called perform method. Perform method. Build.perform or perform. What is this perform method means? If you don't say perform, your action will not get executed. You cannot execute that action. How? We will see. And see, we use for regularly, we go on using mouse and keyboard events like see, click and hold. Now I'm discussing about mouse related methods here. This methods are mouse related. Click and hold. You know, most of the time we'll be using left side mouse, 90%, right? 99% we go on using left side mouse. So when you say click and hold, Selenium, what Selenium will do? Clicks without releasing the current mouse location. Where your mouse is located, when you click that, when I say click and hold, it will hold that particular element. And there is only one method to right click to mouse called context click. One of the interview question, remember that. How do you right click to mouse means using a method called context click. So when you want right click to mouse at particular mouse location, then take help of this context click. We will see. Some elements you might have seen, some applications, they don't work with single click, right? We have to double click sometimes. Then take help of this double click method. So all these methods we are accessing with help of what? We are accessing with help of the object what have been creating for your action class. Okay. And sometimes you want to do some drag and drop. Drag and drop. Source and target. Source is nothing but which you are dragging. Target is nothing but where you are dropping. Right? So performs click and hold at location of your source element and moves to the location of target element, then release the mouse. It will drag and drop that to that particular event. That also will see. No, no, no. I want to drag and drop by location by selecting X offset, by selecting Y offset of that element. X offset always moves horizontal move. Y offset always move vertically. We can get the location of element and we can move, drag and drop also perform. Similar to drag and drop, but here it's dragging and dropping, but here it's dragging and dropping by getting the location of X offset and Y offset, horizontal vertical move. How we will see. And sometimes release method. Release method is for what? Left side mouse only. Where your mouse is located, if you say release method, at that particular location, your left side mouse will get releases, right? So these are the mouse related methods. At the same time, keystrokes methods also we have, keystrokes methods. Like see, key down. What is key down generally here? Generally, many people are thinking key down means pressing down arrow. No. Key down means, always remember, when you, this are related to key. Key means keyboard. Remember that. Any key we use in keyboard, we call key only. These are all keyboard related methods. Key down means when you want to copy something from your keyboard, when you want to move to an element, when you want to select any special characters, all of you know what we do. We use some special keywords for that, right? Control key, shift key, alt key, right? Modifier keys. We take help of this modifier keys or not? So key down means when you press any key, modifier key like control key or alt key or shift key, it assumes that that key will be pressed down. Key up, opposite to that. Whatever keys you press down, we want to release that key at one moment, whatever modifies key. So that is called key up and key down. Okay, when you want to use modifier keys in your keyboard, then we should go with this key down or key up. Send keys, 90% all of you know, always we're using send keys. When you want send sequential, all these keystroke methods we access with the help of send keys methods only. Series of strips. Like see, when you want to down arrow, there are 4 arrows in keyboard, right? 4 arrows, down arrow, up arrow, right arrow, left side arrow. Yes, take help of these methods. When you want to, when you use down arrow here, basically, where we use, in what cases we use down arrow?
Scrolling.
When you want to scroll. Generally, when you are, suppose say, when you are choosing some items, when list out something, we press down arrow, right? So that we press down arrow when listing some items, or up arrow also, right? List box, especially when you're selecting items in list box, we can use down arrow, side, up arrow, and all that. Right side, left side, commonly we go on using tab. When you go on pressing tab means when you want to move to next element in the web page. When you press tab button, it will move to next element. Enter key, all of you know, we are using already. Page down. Page down is for what? All of you know, scrolling down. Scrolling up. Escape key. When you get any unnecessary things, we can escape that key, right? So these are the different types of methods we have for handling your keyboard and mouse related. Let us see practically how we handle. First, let me show you how we move an element to particular element here. First example I'm taking. For example, I'm opening flipkart.com. Not me, Selenium has to do now. Selenium has to mouse over to electronics. You should mouse over, means you should take that mouse to electronics. In that electronics, I want to mouse over to Apple phone. And I want to click that Apple. Mouse over to Apple and click that Apple. Again, mouse over to baby and kids. Mouse over to baby and kids. I want to mouse over to puzzles in that baby and kids, and then I want to click that puzzles. When you click only, it can take to that respective page, right? How? How to use? Let us see that. Commonly, anywhere, this is a common code we write here. I'm copying. Okay, na? Yes. Now, create object for actions class. Yes or no? How to create object for action class? Actions. Control space bar. Mouse over. Okay. We have to import package. Look at that package should be org.open.selenium interaction. Actions. Object AC is equal to new actions. Control space bar. And here we should use web driver. What is the driver object we created here? Driver. Right? So now what are the methods we have in actions? Where they're stored? Where do we get action methods now? We get into AC object. AC object, right? Now what I told you first, Selenium should mouse over. Selenium should take mouse to this electronic. So take mouse to electronics. Okay. So command, take that mouse. AC dot. AC is holding that method, right? AC dot. What that method we should use? We want to move your mouse means move to element. Look at that. Move to element. You want to move your mouse to that element. Which element? Locate that element. Driver dot find element by dot xpath, and we'll define xpath value. What do you want? What do you want?
Perform.
Yes. If you don't say C, we can write below that also, no problem. After that, we can write AC dot build dot perform also, no problem. We can write continuity of this line, no problem, or below that also we can write chain, okay? No issue at all. If you don't say perform, remember all of you, your action will not get executed. Any action methods you want to execute in Selenium, compulsory, either say perform, build is not mandatory, perform is compulsory. Okay, so let me get that electronics, right click on it, inspect element for that, go to crow path and get the relate X path of that, copy that and paste here. Next, what do you want? What I said after that, after taking a mouse to electronics, next I want to mouse over to Apple and I want to click on this Apple, right? So take mouse. Who should do this? Selenium. Take mouse to Apple and click on it. Anything you can take, it's up to you. Okay. Again, AC dot move to element. Which element? Locate that element. Driver dot find element by dot link text I can take, no problem. Link name. And what do you want? You can write below that, no problem. AC dot click. AC dot perform. We can write continuity or write below also, not an issue. If you want to overcome that problem, okay? We can write here itself, we can write AC dot, dot click dot perform, but I'm writing separate, not issue. Okay, now? So for my observation, I need to wait. It will be very fast in doing these activities, right? Wait for 5 seconds and again wait for 5 seconds. And I want to take again, take mouse to baby and kids. I don't want to click anything. I just want to take my mouse to that. AC dot move to
element.
Move to element. Which element? Locate that element. Driver dot find element by dot xpath value will take. So what do you want? AC dot perform. Compulsory. If you don't say perform, action will not execute. In that baby and kids, again I want to mouse over to puzzles and then I want to click on that puzzles. Take mouse to what? Puzzles and click on it. Okay. Again, AC dot move to element. Locate the driver dot find element by dot link text value. Okay. And what do you want? AC dot click dot perform, you can write continuity or next and also we can write, don't worry. Okay. Again, wait for 5 seconds. Wait for 8 seconds here and then close my browser. Driver.close. I'm just showing you how it is going to activate with that. Okay. First, let us get the link text of Apple in electronics. Right click on it. Inspect element. Go to crop path. See, sometimes it shows like this. Some people, sir, I'm not able to get a expert link text of that Apple. Okay. Again, you can move down. You can mouse, see that mouse or electronics, move down, right click and again Apple, inspect again correctly. Okay. Link text we can copy it, no problem. Link text. Edit this. Do you understand? Sometimes there's no matching font. Don't confuse. If you don't find that way, link text we can copy from here also here. Right click on it. Right click, what is that? Right click on it. Inspect element. Here also we get link text that. Link text is a link text only, right? Copy that and paste for this. Next one is, what is that next one? X path of baby and kids. Right click on
Baby.
it. Inspect element. For this we can go to crop path. For this we can go to crop path. Get that, edit that X path and paste here. In that baby and kids again we want to HTML page again. In that puzzles, you want click on puzzles, right? Right click on it, inspect elements. Here link text we get by default. Anchor A means in link text. Sometimes it shows this way also. Okay, you can collapse it. Again, puzzles, right click on it, puzzles. Okay, so that puzzles. Anchor A, right? Anchor A. So when you have anchor A, we can go with the link text or partial link text. It's up to you. Okay, now? Now, add your superclass. Global. Okay, copy down this URL and paste here. Okay, now let me run this code and check it out. Anything missing? No, right? Let's see. Try to observe all of you. When we are opening manually, we are not getting this window. When it's opened by Selenium, it won't until we close this. What to do here? Anybody? What is this?
We have to check
Or to inspect whether it is
if it is an
alert
alert
message or web element.
100% it's a web element only, ma. We can inspect it, no problem. We can inspect this also, no problem. When you don't find inspect option, then only will be considered as window. Okay. Yes, of course. But here, what I will say, instead of inspecting and closing this window, instead of locating that element, in the keystrokes, we have one method. Why don't see? It will throw exception for you. So after action object creation, close, login, banner. Okay. So what I can say, AC dot, send keys dot, escape, use escape. Okay. Escape dot, don't forget this perform. Okay. Na? If you locate element, what the disadvantage if you write driver dot find element, remember in future, if you don't give that window by flipkart.com, it will again throws exception for you. If you use escape key, even in future, if they don't give that window, it's not a problem. It won't throw any exception for you. So in that case, I'm asking to escape. Escape means close that window. Observe that. It has to escape this window. Escaped. Then now go to electronics, mouse over, and then click on apples in that. Again, mouse over to baby and kids. In that, Mouse over to puzzles and click on puzzles. So you're able to see puzzles. It's taking respective. So when you want to do this kind of activities, chain actions, we can do it, no problem. Okay, this is one way of doing actions. Suppose today we are going to learn one more topic here along with the actions. Along with the actions, the topic, name of the topic is do you understand all of you guys? How to
Yes.
mouse over? Along with the actions, we have to learn what is iframe. So far, yesterday class, we have been switching to alert, we have been switching to window, and some situations we need to switch on to frames also, right? Frames. So what is a frame? Suppose jQuery. This application I'm taking. First of all, how do you find how many frames we have in this web page? Any web page here, any web page. How to find out first how many frames we have? Okay. First, look at that theoretical part of frame. What is a iframe? Iframe is a web page. It's nothing but web page only, which is embedded in another web page or HTML document embedded inside another HTML document. All of you know, every web page parent is HTML only. Am I right? Beginning of that. Developer, whatever he has written source code for that frame, he may copy that frame source code and he'll paste to that HTML page again. He embedded, means he'll add that source code of that frames into that HTML page only. Again with what tag? Again with HTML tag only. Why they're using iframes means the iframe is often used to insert content from another source such as advertisement into web page. You might have seen in between the pages some advertisements, right? So those advertisements are nothing but frames only. That means they're copying from some other location and pasting in between HTML page. Most of the time we'll see all application advertisements. And how do you find frames means? Remember all frames are having HTML tag. What the tag of a frames are? Iframe. Like how to find tags, you know, right? We can find out frames in a web page with what tag? Iframe tag. Look at that. Now I want to know how many frames we have in this web page. Right click to mouse, inspect element. In HTML page, Control F, all of you know, Control F, and start with // iframe. Type that. See that. How many frames we have here?
One.
There is only one frame. See that frames are tagged within what? Iframe. Open this iframe. All of observe carefully. Open iframe. We have one document. Open this document. One HTML file. You'll find see that HTML. Open this HTML. Open that head tag. Open the body tag also of that. If you don't want head tag, body tag. So that iframe started here. Iframe will be ended somewhere else. That means this part developer has added a frame. That means this drag and drop is not in the HTML page. This part is not in the HTML page. Where it is in a frame. This HTML, this page also have HTML. Where you know? See that beginning of the code, you'll find one more HTML. This is a complete HTML. In that, you understand all of you? In that HTML, developer is adding some source code of that frames, source code of that frame with HTML tag and embedded within that frame. If I want to do some testing with this, what I should do now? Where Selenium will have control? Selenium will have default control to HTML page here. By default, it will have default to HTML page. If I want to move to that frame, we have to go with, yes, we can get collection of frames also, same list collection again. We can go with index number. We can switch over with index number or with name or ID or by element also. Always go with index better. Switch to frame by index. Index is one of the attribute of the frame which we can switch it, like driver dot switch to dot frame. Instead of yesterday window alert, now we say frame 0. 0 means first frame. So index iframe starts with 0 index. When we switch to frame with index, when you have hundreds of frames in a web page, better always go with number. Once it is doing something in that frame, again I should come out of that frame, right? Compulsory. Once it is doing something on this frame, I want to come back to my HTML page again. This HTML page, I want to do something in this HTML page. Until unless you say come out, it can't. It will be having control to which one now? Frame only. To come out that frame, we can use two methods. To come back to parent frame, you can either use switch to parent frame, or we can come back by using default content. Go with the default content or parent frame. No, both are same way. Okay. So let us see first. In this, I'll show you how to perform drag and drop. I want to drag this and I want to drop here. But this drag and drop is not in the, where it is? Are they in the HTML page? No. Where they are? They are located in a frames, in a frame. So now what to do to perform this drag and drop? We need to switch to this frame compulsory. How? 3 ways I will show you how to perform drag and drop. Observe one by one. First, let me go with first option. Drag, drop. Are you understanding, all of you guys? Are you following me? Are you following me? Gauri, all of you, please.
Yes.
Right. Common. When you are planning to work with actions, commonly action object to be graded here. No need of writing. How to get collection of frames in that page here? How to get collection of frames? Get collection of frames in a web page. Okay. How to get that collection? List. Collection means commonly list. Control space bar. Java util. And then data type is always web element. Data type should be web element. You can store frames. I'm storing into one variable. Frames is equal to, locate that frames. Driver dot. The method is find elements. Automatic find elements. With what we want to find that frames? By dot tag name. Yes or no? Because I want to know how many frames with what tag. What the tag for frames here? iframe. iframe. So system dot out dot. I can say number of frames are colon plus frames dot size. Compulsory. Whenever you want to get number, compulsory go with size. Okay, fine. After getting that size frame, what is our requirement? We need to switch to that frame because we need to perform drag and drop. This drag and drop is not available in HTML page. This drag and drop is available in a frame. So for that, switch to frame. I know already verified there's only one frame, no problem. Switch to frame. Driver dot switch to dot frame 0. I can give 0. What is 0 here? What is 0? First frame. Index number always start from 0. 0 means it is going to switch to first frame. 10th frame, if you want to 10th frame, what the number we can provide?
9.
20th frame means?
19.
4th frame means?
3.
Minus always 1. Okay. Yes. After switching to frame, now the control has given to where? Now the control has given to where? To this frame. Now we want to drag this and we want to drop here. That is our requirement. Let me store this as source. Let me store this as our destination. Target or destination. Okay. This is our source and this is our destination. Store into one web element. Store them. Web element. I'm defining one object src is equal to driver dot find element by dot id. We can take id value. And one more we need to store. What that one more we need to store here? DST, destination also. DST. Okay. Now see that they are within the frame. Now right click on it, inspect element. See that ID is equal to, see where they are? Are there an HTML page? No, right? Where they are? They're in the frames. Look at that. They're in the
iframe.
frames. See that iframe. They're within that frame outside of that HTML page. So ID value draggable. Copy that. And this is for draggable. And copy for droppable also. ID value droppable. So they're located with that frame. Now what do you want? Yes. Now what do you want? I told you three methods here. One is click and hold. One is drag and drop. One is drag and drop by. Three ways I'll show. First, let me show via click and hold. Let me drag and drop via click and hold. AC dot. You have to access methods with AC. AC dot.
Perform.
Click and hold. Click and hold. Click and hold. First of all, we have to click and hold. At source ni click and hold చేసుకోవాలి కదా. What do you want to click and hold? SRC or DST?
Source.
SRC.
SRC.
SRC. What do you want? Now it will be clicking and holding here. Now it will be clicking on it. What do you want? Now you want to move your mouse to this destination. Yes or no? Selenium has to move the mouse to the destination. If I want to move to destination, all of you know how to move. Dot, move to element. Move to element. Which element you want to move?
Destination.
DST. What do you want? What do you want? Now it has moved to the destination here. Now your mouse has been moved to destination. You want to release that click and hold or not? Dot release. Dot release. Release that key. Release that left side mouse. Otherwise it can't drop it. Drop all it. If you want to drop it, release that. Release. Dot perform. I just want to verify when I drop and drag and drop, I just want to verify this message. I want to verify this message, dropped message. If I get this dropped message, I can say drag and drop is success. Verify it. Where this dropped message stored here? It is stored in SRC or DST?
DST.
Condition, give that condition. If DST dot, get the text. Text type, get the text dot, get text dot contains. What is that?
Dropped.
What text? Dropped text. If it is content dropped text, then what we say here? Sys out. Not required. I'm just writing for understanding. Drag and drop. Drag and drop. Success. Else. Else. Drag and drop is fail. Okay. After performing a drag and drop, click on button link. Button link in web page. Yes, it is going to do this click on drag and done. Now I want click on this button link. See, there is a one button. Anything, you can take anyone. I want click on this button link. Okay. How to click that? You can use mouse class, action class object, no problem. Mouse, do it mouse over. I want click that. Mouse over, do it mouse over. AC dot. Mouse means AC dot. Move your mouse. Where you want to move to element. Which element you want to move?
Button.
Yeah, locate, driver dot.
Driver dot find element
by dot link text. What do you want? Dot click dot perform. Okay, so right click on it. Inspect element. Is that it's having link text or not? Yes or no? Button.
Yeah.
Copy this. Or crop path also we can take, no problem. Okay, na? And finally, I just want to wait for 5 seconds and I want to close my browser. Or if you want, leave it. It's closing, not a problem here. Let me check it out. Is it going to perform this activities or not? I don't know. Will it perform or not? No, na? Will it perform this drag and drop activities?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Oh, let us see. What is there? and then it has to click on OK. Let me check it out. But in my system, when I'm doing drag and drop, see, it is invisible to me. Like, see that is this occupied a lot of space. Kada? See that? What to do? Because of font size, maybe it's performing, drag and drop performing. Good. And it has to click on what? Finally, after that, it has
Button.
to button. Kada? Oh, I think it has to an exception here. Oh, what is that? No such element exception. Unable locate element link text. Oh my God.
Button.
Number of frames. How many frames are there in that web page?
One.
Only one. So no problem. Oh, it's not clicking that button here. What to do? Let us delete this line of code. We don't want. Kada? Can I delete this line of code?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, we'll use.
We can use another
linked. We can use another XPath.
attribute.
XPath. We can. Which one you tell me? Which one you want? You want me to go with XPath or ID or like you tell me?
XPath.
XPath. Can I take XPath? Okay.
Yes.
You take XPath. You take any path, O path. Else it won't work out. Remember.
Attribute.
Mademma. You take XPath or ID, name, anything you take, it won't work out. Remember, all of you, Selenium, see, Selenium is having control to frame now. Remember that. Now Selenium is having control. That means Selenium looking this button in a frame. It's looking this button in a frame. But this button is outside of that frame. It is an HTML page. Am I right or not?
Yes.
This is not in a frame. Remember that. Selenium is looking in frame. Why? Because we already gave control to Selenium. Unless you say come out, it can't do that. So just now I told you, come out. Come out of frame. Compulsory. We have to come out of that frame. Driver dot switch to dot default content or parent frame also. Okay. Default content. After coming out of that frame only, it can now the control has been given to which now where the control will be HTML page again. That's what don't confuse. Okay. Whenever you see, remember all of you, when you say switch to alert or windows here, that by default it have that window. I mean, Selenium will have control that respect to window or frame or alert here unless you say come out. But clicking button is not in a frame. If it is in frame, it can do that. No problem. But this button is not in that frame. No, sir, show me, sir, where it is not by. Just check it out. If any doubt, see that. Is it in a frame? See that. Is it in HTML page, right? It is available in our main page. See that. It's not in a frame. It's not in a frame, 100%. That's what we have to be careful while writing the code. Now, 100%, I don't know. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. Done. Drag and drop done. Now the control as we gave back to web page. Now see that. Is it able to click that button or not?
Yes.
Because the control is available that web page now. Now again you can do any testing and that like that. When you want to perform drag and drop, when you want to switch to frame, be careful. We have number of frames, so identify that frames and then do it. Do you understand all of you guys? This is one way. Second way, direct method we can use, drag and drop also we can use. How to use, I'll show you. Drag, drop to main method, finish of it. Up to here it's common, right? Again, I don't want to get any collection of frames. Already we know collection of frames, so I don't want to get any collection of frames. Up to it's common here. And also switching to frames is common. I don't want collection. Already we know there is only one frame. Up to here it is common. storing into web element, all that. But I'm going direct method. AC dot drag and
Drag
drop.
and drop.
Drag and drop. See that? Which one you want to drag?
SRC.
Where you want to drop it?
DST.
DST. What do you want?
Drag.
Huh? Huh? SRC dragged and dropped into
Perf.
DST. Then, huh? Yes. Dot perform.
Perf.
Don't say release. Don't say release. Release is not clicking and holding it, right?
Drop.
Just drop it. That's it. And execute that action. Suppose if you don't say, I know what happened if you don't say perform. Observe that also. Observe. I know you'll do mistakes. Okay. Add your super class here also. Throws, throwable. Okay. Now run this. It can't do anything. See that? It will execute, but it is performing drag and drop now? Is it performing here? No, right? Why?
No.
Why? Because we are not asking Selenium to
Perform.
Perform.
perform. That's what. Very important is you have to say dot perform every time. If you want to execute your action, compulsory you have to say perform. Okay? This is dragging and dropping. But I want to drag and drop to exact location. I want to identify the location of the DST and I want to drag and drop. Got my point? This is only drag and drop. That's it. Suppose you're booking a cab. You're booking a cab. Drop me in Amirpet. Where will drop you? In Amirpet?
Amirpet.
Yeah, in Amirpet.
Location.
Where will drop? Anywhere in Amirpet, he will drop you. Am I right or not? Beginning of Amirpet,
Yes.
middle of Amirpet. In Amirpet, Maitri Vanam. You are giving exact location to him. Drop me in Amirpet, Maitri Vanam. Got the point? So drag and drop is what? No location, just drag and drop. But I want to drag and drop to my exact location. So then you should take help of, see that I don't close, let's differentiate between drag and drop and drag and drop. Let's see, this is drag and drop, okay? Let us close this, okay? Let me take third example. Drag, drop 3, 3. Main method, finish of it. Up to here, it is common. Up to where it is common here? Up to switching, up to here it is common. Up to here it's common. Now, any one of you tell me which element location you want to get? Anybody? You want to get
Target location.
Destination.
Destination location or SRC location?
Destination location.
Destination.
Why, ma? Why you want get destination location?
Because we want to drop there.
Yes, we want to drop. Okay. You should tell your destination where you want to drop, right? You don't tell destination where you are getting in. Yes or no? So that's what. So we need to get this destination. Selenium should know the exact location of this element. So remember, if anyone asking you, how do you get location of element in a web page? What location? I told you in an action class, X coordinates, Y coordinates. What is X coordinate? Horizontal move. What is
Horizontal.
Y coordinate? Vertical move.
Vertical.
So Selenium should go and get location of X coordinates and should go and get location of Y coordinates, that pixels, right? So get location of DST, DST of DST. How to get that location? Location means, destination means integer type, pixel, right? integer x is equal to, I'm storing it x, that destination, okay? X is equal to dst dot, we use one method, dst dot get location. We use method called get location method. If anyone asking you, how do you identify location of element in a web page? Your answer is get location method. Get location, which location you want? Which location you want? Get x point, x coordinates. Next, the same way, get y coordinates also. Integer y is equal to dst dot get location. Which coordinates you want? Dot get
Y.
y coordinates. Okay. If you want to print that x and y, print it for your understanding. What is x and y? What will print here? What it will print x and y?
Integer.
Integer coordinates. The number 195 pixel of it. Coordinate of it. Okay. Okay. Now what do you want? Now you want to drag and drop that x and y to that SRC. We have to drop that SRC to that x and y. Yes or no? You need to drag this SRC to x and y. X coordinate horizontal, y coordinate vertically. Drag it AC dot. Drag and drop.
Move to drag and drop.
No.
Yeah.
Drag and drop, Bob. By which one?
SRC.
SRC.
X.
You want to move that horizontal and also
Vertical.
Y.
Y.
Vertical dot perform.
Perform.
Compulsory. Anything you do, perform method is compulsory. Okay. Let's see how well it is going to do this. Throws, throwable. Okay. Let us see well it is able to do these actions or not. Like that. According to the situation, when you want to get location of element, get that location x coordinate, y coordinate, and do it. Simply drag and drop without location, do it. Click and hold is available. Drag and drop is available. Excuse me. Look at that. Is it going to drag and drop exactly? Let's see. See that difference between previous one? This is now, right? Previous one, dragging and dropping. Look at that. No location, but here it's going to exact location. It got the location of element x coordinate, y coordinate, and it's dragged. What that x and y coordinate means? X is it's moving horizontally 146,
146.
vertically it's moving 18. Means it found, moving in the sense it found that element in what 146 pixel, 18 pixel vertically. So like that. When you want to move exact location, we can do that. Okay. One more. Suppose this complete application having frames, everything we have frames only here. Suppose I want to slider. When you have sliders, suppose when you have a slider, I want slider. I want to move vertical or horizontal. What is this moving? Vertical or horizontal?
Horizontal.
Horizontal. This one horizontal or vertical? Ma?
Horizontal.
I want to drag this horizontally to some pixel here. Not me. Manually, I know how to drag by Selenium. I just want to drag it to some numeric value. Means to some pixel. 500, 600, something. And again, after that, I want to drag back to original again, to some pixel again. Forward, backward. See that? Slider. And up to here common because we need to switch to frame compulsory. Now store this which you are dragging, you are dragging horizontally. Store this into one variable, web element, store into one web element, slider test is equal to locate that element. Driver dot find element by dot xpath value will give it. Okay. Right click on this slider, this button. Okay. Right click on this inspect element. Let us see whether it's having crow path, or else we can directly copy direct X path also. iframe X path it's having. Better go with the direct X path. What is there? Direct X path. Right click on it. Inspect element. How to copy direct X path here? Right click again. Copy full X path.
Full X path.
Better. It will take absolute X path, I think. Okay. Absolute X path. Sorry, related absolute only. Yeah, absolute X path. Okay, fine. Let us see whether it's able to identify. Now, what do you want? Now, what do you want? I want to drag forward to some pixel. Again, we have to use AC dot drag and drop by. Yes or no? Compulsory. We have to drag and drop by. Which one you want to drag? Slider test. We want X. What is X here? Horizontal or vertical?
Horizontal.
Horizontal.
Horizontal. I want to move up to 300 pixel. Why?
0.
0. Why? Because we can't move vertically there, right? Nothing to move vertically. Only horizontal move is required. Again,
how can we know the range of this horizontal?
Range. Horizontal, it's up to you. You can define how much you want.
Okay.
No need to know about the range. You can under how much a pixel you want to move. You can move it. No problem.
Oh.
And again, I want to reverse back. AC dot drag and drop
Drag
by
and drop by.
source slider test.
Slider.
How much you want to come back again? I want to come back the same 300 or 150, 200. I want to come back 200 again. Minus 200. Backward. Y offset is again 0.
0.
It won't execute.
Perform.
Don't forget that dot perform. Dot perform. Compulsory, we have to go with perform. Okay. So when you have slider, you have to use this way. It's required in your application. Okay, na? I don't know. Let me change that URL. Will it perform here? Let's check it out. Moving.
Yes.
Again, I want to, that is up, that's 300, 200 I gave, minus 200. Again, it came back. Some, in cases, we can go with this slider example. Not important, but if you have option, we can do. Don't ask me how to move this. Okay. With this not slider, this we have to go with what? We'll see.
Scroll.
Scrolling down. But scrolling down, disadvantage in Selenium, we can't scroll at a time. Page down, page down. If you want to scroll on a time, how many times you want click page down? It won't scroll at a time. If I say page down, it will scroll top to bottom at a time. Page down. No, we have to keep that else. Tomorrow, I'll start JavaScript also. I'll explain you how to use JavaScript in Selenium. Okay?
Sir,
Yes.
I have a doubt, like how to handle files.
Wait here. Wait. Not yet completed topics. Wait. I'll come to that. Yet to discuss here.
Tomorrow we'll have same.
there you used 2 semicolons, sir. Is it okay?
No
sir?
problem. No problem. No problem. Okay. Wait. Okay. What is that? Yes. Who is that?
Sir, tomorrow we'll have a class at same
We
time
have
or-
class at 6 o'clock, not 6:30. 6 to I'll take up to 8 o'clock. 2 hours class we have tomorrow. 2 hours class. 2 గంటల సమయం. Okay? 2 hours class we have tomorrow. 6 to 8. Please be here at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Let us push. Tomorrow we'll discuss JavaScript, executor. At the same time, I'll start how to handle tables also, web tables and all that. Okay? Lot of things to discuss. Okay, guys?
Okay, sir.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, sir.